Okay, so get this. Two alien races, they crash land on Earth.
Hmm.
One of them is hiding out in a small Texas town, and the other one,
Right.
well, we're not totally sure what they're up to.
Yeah.
It sounds like a blockbuster movie, right?
It does.
But this is your deep dive, and today we are digging into KC Eden Falls.
Okay.
Paranormal romance meets intergalactic drama.
I like it.
You've given us excerpts from the novel and these insanely detailed family trees to work with.
Yeah, what's so fascinating about this story is that it's forbidden love that could ignite like an interplanetary war.
Oh, wow.
So we're dealing with the Eternals, who are kind of like these supernatural refugees.
Okay.
And then we've got the Legion, who are much more shrouded in mystery.
And you know I love a good mystery.
Of course you do.
Yeah. These family trees are like a cheat sheet to who's who in this whole world of the Eternals.
Yep.
We've got the Cardis, the Vetchi, the Sars, Fontanus, Garrus,
Right.
each with their own little power set.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a supernatural game of chess.
Yes, and in this game of chess, they have a very specific way of keeping things balanced.
Okay.
The hunt.
Oh.
Imagine this.
Mm-hmm.
A blood-red moon, a mystical maze, and then these powerful moonstones that are like cosmic matchmakers.
What?
It's how they find their lifelong partners.
That sounds intense.
It is.
But this being a paranormal romance, there's a catch, right?
There is a catch.
Okay.
The hunt is designed to preserve their bloodlines,
Okay.
to keep any one family from becoming too powerful, and it absolutely forbids interspecies pairings,
Uh-huh.
which leads us to our star-crossed lovers.
Haziel and Khalil. She's from the Accardi family, all about telepathy and psychic abilities.
Mm.
He is the leader of the Legion.
Correct.
Talk about a power couple.
Right, and this is a problem.
If they could ever go public.
Their pairing throws everything into chaos.
Yeah.
The rules that have governed the Eternals for centuries are suddenly in question.
Wow.
And we see this conflict play out not just on this romantic level, but also on a societal one as well.
Okay, so we've got forbidden love, intergalactic tension, what sounds like a really high-stakes game of supernatural matchmaking.
Right.
I'm hooked already, but
Good.
the excerpts that you've given us also hint at a much darker past between the Eternals and the Legion.
Okay.
It's like they're trapped in this cycle of fear and distrust.
You see this theme, I think, of fear and distrust really driving the Eternals' actions.
Mhm.
They've built their entire society in Eden Falls around this narrative of the Legion as the enemy.
Right.
But the excerpts make you wonder, is it that simple?
Yeah, are they the bad guys?
Are they clinging to a past that might not even be entirely accurate?
Because everyone...
And I think that's what's so striking about the novel, is that it doesn't give us those easy answers.
Yeah.
It forces us to sit with that discomfort, to acknowledge that history is rarely black and white.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Eden Falls.
Okay. Yeah.
We know that the Eternals are in hiding, but they're not exactly living a low-key life.
No, they're not.
They've got this whole system set up. They even use the tornado siren as an alien intruder alert system.
That's one way to blend in.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also shows how deeply they fear being discovered,
Right.
how much they've sacrificed to maintain their secrecy.
And it makes you wonder, what lengths would you go to protect your family, your people, your way of life?
Right, and that fear isn't entirely unfounded.
Right.
Remember, Dolores, one of the Eternals, betrays her own people? So there are factions within the Eternals themselves, some who are willing to risk exposure for their own personal gain.
Mm.
Dolores is an interesting character study, isn't she?
She is.
Driven by her ambition and maybe even a bit blinded by fear,
Yeah.
she becomes this catalyst for chaos.
Total chaos.
Yeah.
Her betrayal is what kicks off this whole showdown between the Eternals and the Legion.
Right.
But before we get to that epic battle, let's go back to this Haziel and Khalil situation.
Okay.
They are bonded, right? Like cosmically tied together by this hunt ritual.
Their connection runs very deep because the hunt isn't just some matchmaking ceremony.
Right.
It's about tapping into this mystical energy that binds two souls together.
Wow.
So even though they're from these warring races, they're drawn to each other on this like fundamental level.
You can practically feel the energy crackling between them when their moonstones fuse.
Oh, yeah.
It's like destiny, but the kind that comes with a whole lot of baggage.
It comes with centuries of baggage.
Right. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
But imagine being Haziel, waking up imprisoned on a spaceship after this like intense mystical experience.
Yeah, no kidding.
Talk about a mood killer.
She goes from this like magical encounter in this mystical maze to being a captive on what's basically like the enemy's home turf.
Right.
Talk about a trust exercise.
Yeah, she's angry. She's confused. She's trying to reconcile her feelings with everything that she's been taught about the Legion.
And Kal-El, he's got to be freaking out too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's pulled between his duty to his people and this undeniable connection to Haziel.
Right.
Not to mention he's trying to convince her that his intentions are good.
Yeah, he's walking a tightrope,
Yeah.
trying to earn her trust while also dealing with the fallout of her capture.
Right.
Because remember, he is the leader of the Legion.
Exact.
His every move has consequences.
Okay, so we've got this forbidden romance simmering.
Yes.
We've got intergalactic tensions about to boil over.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere in the background, Dolores is plotting her escape.
Right.
So what happens next?
Well, remember those other Eternals that were captured during the hunt?
Yes.
They each react to their situation in different ways.
Okay.
Some are open to exploring these bonds with the Legion, while others, like Dolores, remain fiercely loyal to their families back on Earth.
And this is where those family trees come in handy.
Yes.
We can see how each character's loyalty to their bloodline influences their choices.
Exactly, like take Corey, for example. She's bonded to a Legionnaire, but she's also a Fontana.
Okay.
Known for their connection to nature, their more peaceful nature.
Okay.
She's more willing to give the Legion a chance to see if there's a way to move forward.
That makes sense, but Dolores is a Guerra, right?
Right.
And the Guerras are all about strength and protecting their own.
Exactly.
And no wonder she's not about to play nice with these guys.
No, and Dolores' actions have ripple effects.
Oh, okay.
She manipulates her own bonded partner,
What?
putting her own needs above everyone else's.
Oh, no.
And her betrayal ultimately leads to that epic showdown that we mentioned.
Okay, so let's talk about this battle.
Okay.
We've got Eternals with telepathic powers, weather control, even shape-shifting, going head-to-head with this mysterious might of the Legion.
It's a lot.
What does that even look like?
It's this chaotic mix of powers and emotions.
Oh, wow.
Think Talia Asar unleashing her weather control abilities, while Lucius Anacardi uses his telepathy to counter the Legion's strategies.
Wow.
Even Sam of X gets in on the action, shape-shifting into a bear.
Hold on, a bear.
A bear.
Did they have bears on their home planet?
That's a good question.
How does that even work?
That's the beauty of it.
Well,
The novel doesn't give us all the answers,
yeah.
but it leaves us with these little details that make you want to know more.
Interesting.
Like, what are the limits to Vet's shape-shifting?
Yeah.
It's these little mysteries that make it so engaging.
All right, so we've got this battle royale going down.
Yes.
We've got Haziel caught in the middle of her people and the man that she loves.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about that bear. Where does it go from here?
Just when you think it's pure chaos, remember Jasper.
Oh, yeah.
The seer who is bonded to Dolores. He steps forward.
This is where it gets really interesting. He's
Yeah.
got these visions, right?
He does.
What does he see?
Okay, so he has a vision of the future.
Okay.
A future where the conflict escalates and both the Eternals and the Legion are decimated.
Oh, wow. That's dark.
Yeah,
Kind of a classic prophecy trope, though, right?
it is.
Gotta show them the dark future to get them to change course.
Right, and it works.
Okay.
Jasper's vision is so powerful, so chilling, that it gives everyone pause.
Yeah.
Even in the midst of this battle, they're forced to confront the consequences of their actions.
Talk about a wake-up call. Does this change things?
It's a turning point.
Okay.
Because remember Isaac,
Achiziel's grandfather.
Aziel's grandfather, the Akardi elder,
Yeah.
who's been so set in his ways,
Right.
so distrustful of the Legion.
Yeah.
Jasper's vision shakes him to his core.
So even he has a change of heart.
This Jasper guy must be good.
This Jasper guy, he's really convincing.
He is, but it's more than just his words.
Okay.
Because Jasper connects with Haziel telepathically, shares his vision with her, and her conviction, her belief in the possibility of peace, it reaches Isaac.
Wow.
It's this powerful moment of family love, understanding, cutting through generations of distrust.
Okay, now I'm getting chills. This is why I love a good story.
Right.
It's not just about the action or the romance. It's
Yeah.
about those moments of human connection that can, like, transcend even the biggest conflicts.
Right. And it's in that moment, with the weight of Jasper's prophecy and Haziel's hope, that things begin to shift.
Okay.
Kal-El, despite witnessing Dolores' betrayal and the Eternals' attack, chooses to pardon them.
He pardons them.
He does.
Wow. Talk about taking the high road.
Right.
Especially after everything they've been through.
It's a testament to his character, his leadership,
Yeah.
and perhaps his growing feelings for Haziel.
Okay.
He recognizes that perpetuating this cycle of violence will only lead to more suffering.
So we end on a hopeful note.
We do.
Does this mean the Eternals and the Legion will all live happily ever after?
Well, it's not a fairy tale ending.
Okay.
The novel leaves us with this sense of cautious optimism.
Okay.
The conflict might be over for now,
Okay.
but the scars remain. There's still a long road ahead, filled with challenges and difficult conversations.
Because true peace, especially after generations of conflict, is about more than just ending a war.
Right.
It's about rebuilding trust, understanding different perspectives, and finding a way to move forward together.
And Casey Eden Falls does not shy away from that complexity.
Yeah, what happened?
In fact, Hazel makes a choice that highlights just how difficult this path to peace will be.
What does she do?
She asks Kal-El to delay their return to the Eternals' home planet.
Wow.
She recognizes that they still have work to do on Earth,
Okay.
both within her own community and in their relationship.
It's like she's saying we can't just run away from our problems,
Exactly.
even if we have the option to literally fly away to another planet.
Right, it's a very mature choice.
Yeah.
They recognize that building a lasting peace requires more than just signing a treaty or declaring a truce.
Right.
It takes time, effort, and a willingness to confront the past.
And that, my friend, is something to think about.
It is.
Casey Eden Falls isn't just a paranormal romance.
It's more than that.
It's a reflection on the human condition, on the challenges of bridging divides and overcoming prejudice. It's a
Yeah.
reminder that even in a world of magic, telepathy, and shape-shifting bears,
I love that you keep coming back to the bear.
the real journey is always about understanding forgiveness and the enduring power of hope.
I love that.
Me too.
And that's Casey Eden Falls.
That's our show.
That's our deep dive.
A deep dive into a world of forbidden romance, intergalactic conflict, and the complexities of finding peace, even when it's hidden in plain sight in a small Texas town.
I love it.